Gorou, 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 Gorou. Yes. Gorou! What a cute little thing. The dog. So cute.
I really can't recommend that store highly enough. A couple more visits and you'll find that the fur on your tail is silky smooth. A gorgeous tail like yours deserves lots of tender, loving care. Don't you agree?
You messing with my boy Gorou, Yae?
No need. I'm not interested in that kind of thing.
You say that,
Your Twitch.
but do I see your ears saying otherwise? Although your tail isn't professionally maintained, the fur doesn't look dry and coarse. To me, this says you like to take care of it.
She's
I'm also
selling
guessing
ruin
that you
to
like to
Gorou
curl
right
up
now.
into a fetal position and hug your fluffy tail tight as you go off to sleep.
How do you know? Don't be
would be
ridiculous.
so cute.
I'm a high-ranking general
Wait,
of
excuse
Watatsumi
me?
Island. How could I do such a thing?
Oh,
You said,
it's
how did
okay.
you know?
There's
I
no need
saw
to be
that.
embarrassed. The desire to cuddle up to a soft tail while sleeping is quite natural.
Really?
Soft little pet, yeah.
Wait, no.
Girl,
Why
I
are we
wouldn't
still on this
believe that
topic?
with her.
In fact, why am I even here talking about tails with you in the first place?
Why? Because you are
question
blessed
life
with
and
a
everything.
wonderful fluffy tail, that's why. I think it's very cute.
Ugh, I'm
So
trapped.
does half of the fandom.
How do I get out of this? It's you! Oh, thank goodness. Please save me.
Yeah, we're here. We're here to help.
Oh, and how is my favorite little one doing, hmm? I didn't expect to meet you here. We were just talking about tails. Gorou has a beautiful tail, don't you think? Doesn't it make you want to stroke it?
We'll just look warily. We won't do that to Gorou
Don't be...
right
She's
away.
not going to fall for it. We've fought side by side.
Pardon me. Lady Gucci, we have completed the matter you instructed us about previously. We have selected a very skilled artist to be in charge. I'm confident that the finished product will be to your satisfaction.
I'll take a look later, and if everything's in order, place it in front of the store. All right. I won't tease the two of you any further. Do make the most of your trip here,
Yes,
won't
leave
you?
Gorou alone.
Quite a lot has changed. I wish you both a fun-filled time on Narukami Island.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end
You're
there.
welcome, Gorou.
Could she be plotting something? Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the
Don't be
shogunate,
sad.
we've had much closer contact than we did before. To come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I hadn't counted on running into her. I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've ever gotten used to it. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she towers over me and speaks so cryptically. Something about her is strangely intimidating.
I see it. I see it. Also, little note to me. I'm
I
gonna
could
zoom in
probably
every
deal with
time
her
his
in
ear
battle, but
twitches,
I
just
don't
a
know where to
little
start
bit.
when I run into her in normal life. I guess this is a weakness of mine. You're right. I've heard
We'll
Her
do this
Excellency say
later.
the same thing before. In any battle, you need to think about how to avoid your shortcomings. As long as I don't come into contact with Yae Miko, everything should be fine. Okay, whatever you think's best. Let's avoid Yae Publishing House for now. Actually, there's something else I have to sort out while I'm on Narukami Island. It's a personal matter. Back when we were fighting the Shogun's army at Nazuchi Beach,
Is it
I had a
Ito
box
related?
with me that contained some very important items. The odds were stacked against us that day, and the resistance was forced to retreat. I had to abandon the box, but I managed to quickly bury it first. I went back to collect it on this trip, but it turned out someone had already dug it up. So I asked around the area, and the locals said that apparently the Adventurers Guild had beaten me to it. That box is very important to me. I have to get it back from the Adventurers
Hey,
Guild.
we're a veteran.
Would you mind coming along? Thank you so much.
Don't worry, Gorou. We are quite literally seniors of the Adventurers Guild.
I'm afraid that will be a little difficult. Don't worry. The item you are looking for is safe and sound. However, I'm unable to return it to you at present. The reason being, it is connected to a case involving the treasure hoarders, which is still under investigation.
That's strange. I buried that box there. What does it have to do with the treasure horse?
Allow me to explain. Not long ago, we received a commission concerning a theft by treasure hoarders at Komore Tea House. The adventurer who accepted the commission followed their trail and heard that they had buried the treasure at Nazuchi Beach. But when we went to dig up the stolen items, we found many other things buried there along with them. As such, we cannot ascertain which of the items have to do with the treasure hoarders at this stage. For now, all we can do is hold all related items at the Adventurers Guild until such a time as we cut the group of treasure hoarders in question. Then, we will see that all items are returned to their rightful owners.
I see. I never expected that other people would be burying things in the same place. Well, since these are the
That
rules, I
sucks.
won't press you for it. But might I ask how the investigation is coming along?
This is where the difficulty arises. To date, we have still not been able to locate the hiding place of the treasure hoarders. I'm afraid it still could take some time.
So there's no knowing when this will be resolved. Maybe I could help.
Damn.
I could find the treasure hoarders for you, and once you confirm everything is in order, you'll be able to return my box to me. It's very important to me, so the sooner I get it back, the better.
That is perfectly acceptable. However,
This is what we're doing.
many adventurers have investigated this. If two of you are still interested in taking the case,
Yay!
you may have to devise an original approach.
Yes, it seems like the only sensible place to start. With any luck, we might be able to find some clues there. Well, actually, since it's come up, what's the Komore Tea House hot pot? So they call it a tea house despite the fact that it is obviously a hot pot restaurant? How confusing. Anyway, let's go take a look.
We're grateful for the assistance. However, it was Tarumaru's #2 reserve fund that they stole. They struck late at night while there was no one in the surrounding. By the time we realized, they left clues for us to leave the box, but we found no trace of the group of... I've asked around many times.
Damn, from a
And there were-
dog?
Oh, Tarumaru, what are you... How strange.
He says he knows where the treasure hoarders are hiding.
Doggo!
How can I describe it? It's like listening to
I wanna
regional
make that
dialect.
comment,
A
but I
lot of
don't
it goes
wanna
over my
lose any
head, but
health.
I can still get the general gist. Anyway, he says he was there at the scene of the crime. The treasure hoarders didn't see Tarumaru as a threat, so he stayed and listened in on their whole conversation.
Aw.
Since there were so many of them and they were armed, Tarumaru didn't dare to bark loudly, so we just had to let them go.
Oh, no, poor boy.
Oh,
He's been
smart.
acting more anxious than usual lately and is always looking outside. And I thought he just wanted someone to take him for a walk.
Yes, that does sound like
This is
quite
why
a
you need
predicament.
someone who understands dog.
Okay, I think I understand now. Tarumaru says he heard the treasure hoarders conspiring to hide out at the beach directly
why I'm
below
saving Gorou,
Tenchikaku.
everybody.
No one usually thinks to look there, and it's become something of a safe haven for treasure hoarders. He also mentioned that there were a gang of 5 people. The leader's name is Kosuke, and the second in command is called Yasuhisa. The leader's scent indicated he was probably from the Narukami Island area, while the 2 newcomers in the team were more likely from somewhere else. Thank you, Tarumaru. It must have been hard for you, knowing the details of the crime but not being able to communicate them.
You could... My thought exactly.
Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything from here. We will
So
definitely
every time
get your
they need
belongings
someone
back.
to understand dog, they're probably gonna go to Watsumi Island and ask for Gorou.
Let's go
so
there
cute.
in person. We might not have any troops
Wait,
with
wait,
us,
wait.
but
Hold
between
on,
the
I'm
two
just
of us,
gonna-
we should be able to deal with a handful of petty thieves.
Yes. His tail is wagging.
Shh, I think we're getting close.
Oh,
There's
there's a
danger
little
in the air.
path in here?
And something doesn't smell right. Careful.
This is bizarre. How would anyone think to look here?
Boss, didn't you say that the most dangerous place is the safest place to hide?
Yeah, and I still maintain that I'm right in principle. Thinking we've been here. No one else is looking for
Oh,
us, have
fish.
they? I can't believe we got caught. Just when the whole thing had nearly blown over. Hey, kid. Who the heck are you guys anyway?
We shouldn't waste any more time on these people. Life is tough in the Resistance, but none of our troops would ever think about laying a hand on the innocent civilians under their rule. You have things so much better here, and this is how you choose to live your life? It's pure selfishness. We should turn them over to the Adventurers Guild right away. Once their identities are confirmed, they'll get the punishment they deserve.
Please, show a little mercy. We'll give you half of everything we've saved up over the years. If you're willing to turn a blind...
That's enough! Tie them up and take them away. Oh, come to think of it, this is not a military camp, so there's no need for me to be so heavy-handed. But thieves still have to be punished. Let's escort them back.
Yes, sir. Gorou, I hope we get your box
I am pleased to
back here.
confirm that these are indeed the individuals
never
who stole
find my
from Kimura
choice.
Tea House.
Hey,
I
Catherine.
didn't expect you to catch them so quickly, especially with no new lead to explore. In accordance with the rules, now that we have procured an oral confession from the treasure hoarders and verified the list of stolen items, we can now return the
We've been
box
here
to
for
you.
like 2 seconds.
Here.
Thank goodness. Well, let me think. The contents of the box don't belong here. They belong on Watatsumi Island. So, let's head there now and open it.
Yay, Gorou got it taken care of.
1, 2, 3... Yes, it looks like they're all here. Some personal items that once belonged to the troops under my command. Water bottles, towels, knee guards.
There we go.
Just everyday items, but each one bears the handwritten name of its former owner. These were the only things those soldiers had for their families
oh
to remember
no,
them by.
there's a story behind this, and
We
it's
all
a
knew going
sad
into that battle
one.
that the odds of survival were slim. Many of the soldiers came to me and said they wanted to leave something behind as a keepsake for their loved ones. You see, their swords and polearms broke
Oh
in
my
battle.
god.
Their damaged armor wouldn't have been easy to carry. And many of them couldn't write very well, so they couldn't even leave a letter. In the end, all they could
Oh my
leave to their
God,
families
they
were
left
these
a
ordinary
child with
items,
this? He's probably a teenager.
artifacts of their daily lives. My soldiers trusted me, but I failed to lead them to victory that day. Then they trusted me with these, and instead of honoring their last wishes right
That's
away,
so sad. Why is he carrying
I had to
stuff
hastily
like
bury
this?
them in the sand. Every time something like this happens, I tell myself that by the
Wanna
next
hug
time
him.
I'm
Why did
faced
I
with the
start
same
with the sad
situation,
one?
I have to be stronger. Yeah. But right now, let me just
God, I'm gonna cry.
mourn them for a little while longer.
I wanna hug him. I wanna hug him.
Really? That would be great. To be honest, this is something that's always worried me. If the soldiers ever saw me in this kind of embarrassing situation, they'd be very disappointed.
Man, imagine having to worry about reputation at
So,
after the
I have to
battle, like,
overcome it.
damn.
For their sake. As soon as I've worked through this, let's go take
Yeah,
on Yae
yeah,
Miko
dude.
again.
Make it sound
First
like
things
he's
first, though.
about
Do you
to
have any
fight
ideas
it.
on where to begin?
Hmm.
I see.
Theoretical?
So if you
No,
pretend to be
acting
someone like her,
better.
I can keep practicing on you. If I can get the better of you, then I'll be able to hold my own when similar situations come up in the future. Good plan. Let's see. Where should we start? Now that you mention it,
someone
I
teasing
remember
Gorou. I
having a
don't think
similar
he's used to
experience
that.
back on Watatsumi Island. I was with my subordinates at the
What's up with
time.
the soldiers
We ran
teasing
into a
too?
merchant, I got caught up talking to them, and I don't quite know what happened, but I ended up buying a lot of things from them.
Oh my god.
I think we can give it a try.
He's getting
There's an
cued
island
into
called
by the
Rito
kid.
nearby. Why don't we go there? I heard all the Outlander merchants are based there, so it might help to create the right atmosphere.
I don't think we'll need to act. I have a feeling a merchant's gonna
So
approach
this
him
is
anyway.
Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see any Tenryo Commission soldiers roaming the streets. What a nice place. Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman.
Ooh.
Hi! Hi! So, a lot of the soldiers have been complaining about a shortage of blankets recently. So, 10 blankets, please? Okay,
sounds so
I'll settle the check
cool.
right away.
He sounds
The
so
price seems
timid.
pretty cheap to me, in which case, no need to haggle, right? I think that's still not too bad. Is that supposed to be really expensive? I'm sorry. In the past,
Are you
Her
kidding me?
Excellency
How
has
rich is
always
this
handled
guy?
procurement of military supplies. I don't know the specific prices of these items, so
Oh my
I never really
God.
know how to respond.
I think the student needs to learn a bit of economics.
This won't
first,
get us
'cause
anywhere.
200,000
I have to
super
haggle to
expensive.
give you the chance to use your wily tricks on me. What do we do now? Something I'm more interested in? Maybe, cake?
He likes cake?
That's
oh my
so
gosh.
expensive.
You know what, I'm
I know
drawing
what a fair
later.
price is when it comes to cake. Wait a sec. If you think about this from
Ooh,
another angle,
yes.
a cake that costs 100,000 more per slice must be so much better than a regular cake.
Oh my god, Gorou. Dude, no.
Let me see. I've been saving up
No
recently.
cake
I think I should have
can't
enough.
Be that expensive.
So, I've dealt with Fatui before, but I always end up against those big, stocky guys who are much taller than me. I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow, I still don't have the muscles to show for it. Maybe I'll start to see the results in a few more years. Really? That's very kind.
You're okay, Gorou.
But still,
A lot of
I
people
think that
like
I
you
should
the way
aim to
you
look
are.
more muscular than my subordinates at the very least. I know that people's trust in me has nothing to do with my size, but if I were taller and bulkier, they'd be able to identify me from behind more easily when charging into battle. That way, our forces wouldn't scatter so easily. As long as I was on the field, they'd be able to follow me. But enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time? What?
Oh my gosh, wait.
I smell danger!
This is Child, isn't it?
Really? Huh. For a moment there, I could have sworn the actual Fatui were right here. No, wait. Behind you! It wasn't my imagination. They really are here. Prepare to engage!
Wait, what? Wait, really? He was right, Gorou trial? Yes! What's great is I actually have a Geo character already. Okay, before we continue. Oh, I think he got hit. Whoops. Really? Favonius? Or is that just the traditional? I have a feeling I should not do that. Oh no, I need defense. Damn it. Can we look at the specifics? No.
Hey! Cut to the chase! Blink!
Pull in! Press the advantage!
Recharge bone, it takes you too long to recharge on.
Charge! Forth.
Oh my god, it's so cute. He is so adorable.
And we're back. Don't worry, my head's in the game this time.
Okay, I'll teleport.
I am a
can.
high-ranking military
would make
officer of
sense
Watatsumi
to.
Island and the general of the resistance. Whatever tricks you've got up your sleeve, you're not going to get to me. So bring it on. This feels
Gorou
like...
is like my favorite character already. He has become the new favorite.
Yes, it definitely... no, not even slightly. It's not that you do a bad impression of her. More like... something is missing. I finally realized it when you were talking to me just now. I think that maybe what I'm really afraid of is her knowing smile and
Yae
her
shows up.
piercing gaze.
How adorable.
It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide. Like she can just peer in and see them. But it's different with you. I trust you, so I don't feel I need to hide my secrets in the first place.
She's tall.
Even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I don't feel afraid. We fought side by side in the past, and I know I don't
guess
have to
so.
have my guard up around you. But it also means that this training won't work. I just have to accept that this is a weakness of mine, as much as it pains me to do so. The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating.
I don't want to lie to him
Are you
either.
serious? I love that. I haven't eaten anything sweet in a long time. Off we go. Let's go
So
buy
I
some
can
cake.
pet your ears?
All right. The next step is to find somewhere nice and quiet.
Hey, I'm sure we can find someone else. Yay!
This is so good. It's certainly a rarity in the camp.
Cake time.
It's seen as a luxury item in the ranks of the resistance. We have special meals on
And then
occasion,
Yae
but
shows
even
up.
then it usually means meat and wine, not dessert. So, thank you for treating me to some cake. The only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such exquisite things, you can't just chow down on them.
I think my game
But
broke.
as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and
Oh, wait.
restraint. Wow, don't mind if I do.